G'day everyone, welcome back to the fish room. Well, today's video is going to be a good one. I'm going to take you through a whole heap of the stuff that I've got to get done in the fish room today. There is just a ton, and I'm going to concentrate on this tank over here, the one that's right behind me. It's totally overgrown and I haven't seen the fish in here for a long time, and I'm talking months, although I do feed it every day still. The food's gone. I really don't know what's in there. I have an idea, of course. I think there was called a punctatus, and I think there was some capilli gold Julietta So anyway, we're going to find out what's in there today. You'll see it, and I'll rescape that tank as I go, and I'll just take you through everything else that I've got to do today. So go and get comfy, because I'm going to talk about a mystery a mystery fish. Let's go and find out what it is. So this is the tank in question. You're not going to see much because I can't see much. It does need obviously a glass clean. It is completely 100% overgrown with pothos. It's on the system, so there is water flow going through it at some level. So I can get that out of there. Yep, it's still going on in there. As I say, I feed the tank every night, and there's no food in the morning, so obviously something's in there, but what it is I don't know. Needs a rescape. This one's empty as well. I may get to that, I just don't know. I've got a pretty tight schedule today, so I'm going to get cracking on this and firstly take all this stuff out and find out what's in there, and yeah, you're going to come along for the ride. Everything else. So whilst the sun's on this, I think I'll give it a bit of a film and a bit of an update for you guys. It's looking pretty spectacular. Obviously no fish in this yet. I will do a video on releasing the fish. I just wanted to get it to settle in. I really enjoy this view this time of day. So the plants are growing in beautifully just with the direct sunlight. Brutus loves the direct sunlight. I have got a really nice bromeliad that I've stuck there. I don't know if I like the pot, but I was just seeing whether or not I can work around it. Still gives me enough room to get in, and I can obviously just move it out. I was thinking of putting it on one of the little roller type setups, and yeah, that's how it looks. If it zooming in, I hope it comes across as well, even half as well as it looks in person on camera, because yeah, I'm really happy with it. The moss is growing in beautifully on all the spots that I've put it, and I've even got some in the overflow. I did get a bit of white algae, which I think is coming from the timber. I think this end was new, freshly put into the water, so that was cut. Isn't that looking good? That Java moss that I put on there, that's only a couple of weeks old. This one's, oh no, 18 months to 2 years old. That was already on that plant. Sorry, that plant was on that log. And yeah, I just really like the way it's sort of coming in, except for that bit of white algae I've got there. You might sort of see it in here. The terrestrial moss is doing well. All this stuff is doing well. I put in the philodendron, which I think looks nice. I'm going to keep it trimmed and keep them coming up. Same with the pothos. Obviously that'll go nuts, and I'll have to adjust that pretty regularly. Ludwigia is growing in well. All the plants growing in well, if you can see from this end. I haven't scraped the glass. I probably need to give it a bit of a clean, and I'm thinking Nick's whiptails will keep the algae down off the glass. If not, I'll put some Otocinclus in there. Sawasatang growing in beautifully, and I put some other air plants up here, as you'll see. So I'm pretty happy with that look now out of the rock. What do you think, Zig? Yeah, he doesn't really care too much for this tank, although actually when I pick him up he does enjoy looking over the top of it. But that's how it looks as at today's filming. Alright, I've got some stuff to do, so I probably should go and get into it, and I'm guessing you'll see it, yeah, somewhere about now. Okay, so I was just about to set up the time lapse, and I thought, well, while these guys are out, I'll show you them. They're actually my Pseudotropheus celosi. Those three little bubbies have continued to grow and do well. There was 4. I haven't seen 4 at once, but that doesn't mean they're not in there. Parents are hiding. I think the girls are holding again. That tank's doing well, and I don't know how this looks on camera, but I mean, I am just stoked with this tank. Every time I turn around, there's a different view and a different perspective, and having the sunlight come in there most of the day is great. I've been asked whether I'm going to put a light on it. No, I'm not. I can't, because the roller door is above. So yeah, it's going to be a natural sunlit tank, and I think that is going to be more than sufficient. So okay, I'm going to start pulling this tank down. Okay, so I'll bring you up to speed. I have got the tank empty and back to sort of square one. I have given the glass a clean as well. I've left some of the roots, but you'll see I've just basically taken pretty much everything out. I have washed the sand and drained it a couple of times, so that'll it's a wash through the sump for the rest of the rack as well, so it will clean itself up. I'm going to I got some nice shells actually out of here, which I forgot I had. And I'm going to probably just put some of the coral rock that I've got out here, which is currently just a shrimp tub. This is still the rock that came out of the sump, but you'll see it's nice and green. I've got some decent stuff in there. I've got a few pots with holes in them. You can see them in there with that glare, but I might start pulling that down. But I'll show you what I found in there, which was pretty cool. Okay, Brutus is still in position, but what I've found was there's 11. There was actually 13, but 2 of them are really small, and unfortunately I think I crushed 2 with a rock, which was rather devastating. But they're Capilli Gold Julietachromis. The big one over there is a girl, Mummy. The next biggest one over here is a daddy, and then I've got obviously another, I think it's another daddy there. So 11 of those. I'm going to put them back in to that tank. I also found this little shrimp over here. Little shrimp, I should say, huge shrimp, which is only one shrimp, but it was a big black female. So she is quite big if you just sort of put her into perspective. But she's going to go over here into my black shrimp tank, just as a new bloodline type thing. Pretty happy with the tank, even though it needs a clean. There are quite a large amount of shrimp, black shrimp in there. They do throw the occasional red. I'm pretty happy with the layout. Needs a bit more water, but and a glass clean, but she's going to go into there. And the other guys I'm going to put straight into here again once I get it set up. So I shall do that right now and bring you up to speed once I've got a bit of a plan going on. Okay, so it's time for an update. I just had to settle the sheriff down, he's been going off. I know I'm probably pushing the point, but every time I walk past this tank, the light's always different on it. And yeah, I'm very happy. Sorry if you're getting bored with that tank. Sunlight also looks great on these guys, doesn't it? I did a water change on them this morning. These guys are doing well. I've got baby, what are they down there? Common plecos. I've got baby peppermint plecos. I'm not sure if you'll see them here. I did get some B-roll of them, which I'll show you. But I might. Oh, there's one on the rock down there. If you can see him down there, so that's the size of them. And so I've got. Well, there's another one over there on the edge of this sandstone slate thing. I've got nothing breeding in here yet. And I've got these guys up here doing really well. So they're the gift that Nick gave me. And yeah, you'll see they've been sparring and carrying on, which is awesome. And the first mop that I pulled out, I actually got, I think at least there's 10, maybe a dozen babies now. They are super tiny, and they're probably about 10 days, even 2 weeks old now. They are tiny, tiny babies, so I've been feeding them green water and baby brine shrimp. Nick's got a mini brine shrimp out now that he's got me to trial, which I think is fantastic, especially for these types of fish. But see if you can pick up there the size. I've also got my electric blue Aquaras. What I did, you would have seen on the time lapse, is I've cleaned these two bottom tanks out. I think I'm just going to chuck some sand in here and just make that a grow out for those electric blue Aquaras and these guys here, which I got tons of, and they just need to be out of that tank. So that's important. Bit of a mess in here at the minute, as it always is when I'm doing stuff like this, but this is how the tank looks at the moment. And it's not anything fancy. It's basically just set up for more for these guys to be able to hide. There's 11 of them going back in, different shells, different caves. I've got over the back there a pot with a hole in it. It's actually what I use to breed the epistogrammas, but I know the big female will most likely take that. And yeah, that'll just allow me to see them, to feed them. I think what I want to do, unfortunately I lost my last purple lay loop eyes up there, which really bummed me out. But I'm thinking of making this tank here a what would you call it, a community tank for Tanganyikans. Now, I do have fish in this tank. So anyway, I've got some Ornata pinus and the sheriff's going off again, and a few Cyptochromis black bees. So hopefully they're still all doing really well in there. They were the last time I fed them. This tank's looking okay. The glass needs a clean, but that's how that goes. So I think what I'll do now is pop these guys into their tank. It's running through the system, which you'll see hopefully there, that I've actually got it flowing. Everything's going back through the rack now, and I think that will probably see me done for today. I'll just have to see how I go. I really would like to get these guys in now. This is looking fantastic. It does need probably a bit of a siphon out. I'm still battling with the yellow type algae, which you see on the wall there. That was in this tank over here as well, but I've just sort of kept up the water changes, kept on siphoning it out. Hello guys, yep, I know it's feeding time. And I seem to have gotten on top of it in this tank. So I'm just going to keep doing the same here. I hadn't seen the boy Borellii for ages, but I actually just threw him about 10 minutes ago, so I know he's in there. I've seen all the 4 girls. My new pandas, the CW51s, are doing fantastic. So you'll see I've still got all 7 of those guys. And I really, really enjoy having the Chinese white clouds in here. They just make this scape really interesting to look at, and that's sort of my view when I come in and I'm standing by the sink, and they're always happy to eat and happy to see me. They don't dart away. I've also got to clean the front glass of these guys. So okay, I'm going to get stuck into those final jobs, and then I will come back to you and show you the results. Okay, so I think the best way for you guys to see them going in, I'm just going to catch them if I can catch them, and you'll get to see them swimming out. Hopefully they'll settle in quickly. So that's 11, as I said. I am really bummed that those other 2 small babies got crushed. I didn't think I moved any rocks sideways, but obviously I must have. So here's the last 2 going in now, and I will take some other footage of this after the tank clears up and settles down. But as you can see, they all seem pretty okay. No one's suffering too much from being in the bucket. I love how the natural sunlight does come into these tanks in here when I clean it out. I've got to really get through a lot of this stuff and just I guess prune it to get it back to as bright as it can be. So these are the guys that were in that tank. How cool. Alright, now I think I'll get into the electric blue Aquara babies. So I did just pull that tank off over there, and it was rather stuck, and I've now worked out why. So yes, I think I'll probably just sweep them up in dustpan and broom and get rid of those guys. Okie doke, so I've got both lots of Acaras out of these tanks, as you probably saw, and I'm going to leave them in here tonight just in case I have missed one, in case one's buried in the sand. Stay at sort of room temperature, and yeah, it'll be fine. I have actually opened up my first beer in the fish room, which is quite unusual. It's been about 5, maybe even 6 weeks since I've had a beer, and I'm only allowed to have the one in the fish room, so in any event, I will just finish that in a minute. What I have done also is just throw some rocks and bits and pieces into this tank. It's a bit cloudy, but that's okay. It's on the system and will actually sort itself out overnight. Everyone's pretty much ready for a feed. This is the first batch of Acaras I've got in there, and the second batch, or is it the other way around, is in there. And I figured I'd just do a kind of decent release shot. See if I can get away with this. This glare is really bad in here. Just give me a second. So I think it's going to be pretty crap no matter where I look at it. It looks worse from the other side, so we'll just see how we go. I need to get them in. I have got a sponge on the overflow as well, so these guys don't go straight down into the sump. There's the first batch. Nothing else in there, not like the shrimp that stay in there. Get the sand out as well, it'll sort itself out overnight. These guys doing somersaults, and this one being next. It's just these are the bigger ones. Out there you go. That's pretty cool. Let's give that a wash out. Yeah, I think they'll be happy in there. To go from those small tanks to this large size tanks will certainly, you know, improve their life, I think. And I've got enough stuff in there for them to be happy and to yeah, to survive. So okay, so that's that one. Grab that out there now too. That's another job out of the way. It is pretty dark outside. I'm not sure where the sheriff is. He is yet in position as he does. The sun's setting, so I'm guessing that will pretty much be it for this afternoon, because I do have to feed the room. And you can see this for the night time. Has no lights, but even still, I just love it. You know, in any light really. So all right, I'm going to feed this room now, and that'll see me done, I think, for this video, unless there's something else I've got to show you along the way, which of course there is. Sorry. I forgot to mention this dude. So we've been calling him Wally the Water Dragon. I think that's what my granddaughter named him in any event. He has eaten two full containers of crickets. He is definitely back to health and quite tame. Now been picking him up, you know, quite a few times, but he's actually going to be released tomorrow, and then I think and I'm just going to release him over here somewhere. I'll let him finish the crickets he's got in there tonight, and then I'll just put him back in here, which is where he was. He's yeah, nice and fat again and ready to go home, or at least be released back out into his home, which is in here. So got a whole range of birds up here at the moment, kingies, and then these guys are the rainbow lorikeets, which are crazy, but believe it or not, and the little female kingy, they actually all like the seed as well. I had a butcher bird who's over there, you can see him in that tree there. He of course eats meat, but he doesn't mind the sunflower seeds. All the Indian miners, well, these are the native miners, and of course the lorries, which will take over the position pretty quickly. Beautiful birds though. What are you guys doing? Hello, gorgeous. Aren't you beautiful? And the blue-eyed honey eaters over there. Hey, how you doing, beautiful? Oh no, he's eating all your seed, isn't he? Everyone's hungry today. I can hear Cluxton going off in the background out there. Okay, I really got to get some stuff done. You guys have had a little bit to eat. Here, buddy. Come on. I mean you no harm. Take one. Come on, take one. You gonna be gamer than your husband? Zig, move. You are. Look at that. Unusual, one of the girls is more game than the other one. Maybe she's more hungry. Hello, sweetheart. You didn't take much convincing, did you? Come on, mate. You come over here. Aren't you pretty? You just leave him alone, Zig. And of course now magpies come to join. They always like to know what's going on. Lots of activity today. Okay, so that's another video done. My day is over because the light's fading, and yeah, I need to get this fish room fed and move on. So next week I'm thinking I'm going to head up to Nick's and see his new store. I can't wait to see that. I've been watching his videos online and I'm really enjoying that series, so I want to get up and see what he's going to do. It's not boring, dude. So I'm going to get up and see what he's going to do with that warehouse, that shop. He's told me about a heap of plans that he's got, and that will be super exciting. So that's possibly my next video. Or I've also got my mate who's probably bred, you know, about 1,000 Acaras and has got a great 6-foot tank that I'm super keen to scape and get set up for him very soon. So possibly even this weekend if I can get a chance. So Zig will be happy. He gets to spend the time with his best mate Riley over the road. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate every single subscriber. I do read every comment. I am trying to get around to answering some, most, all of them, and I can't tell you how much it means to me that you subscribe and like my channel. So thank you very much. Ziggy and I will see you again very soon. Cheers, thanks, and bye for now. What the f***? Look at that. That is huge. Here, the one that's right behind me, it's actually pretty shit. We're going to find out what's in there today. You'll see it, and I'll rescape that tank as I go, and just anything else. Okay, so Zig, enough. Brutus, both of you boys. Come on, come in here. Stop it, enough. Zig. Man, oh man, you making this hard. Super exciting. So, so for me, tank that I'm super keen to actually to fit out and that I'm super keen to scape and actually you know, to get set up. Dude, it's not that boring, honestly. So I've been super busy, and I will endeavour to